He thought he was getting a phone call from his nephew, but it was a scheme to steal his money. Here's what happened. Albert says he got a call on his home phone in April from a man pretending to be his nephew. The so-called nephew claimed he was texting while driving and got into a bad crash involving a pregnant woman.
Consequently, he was arrested for this. This is what I was told.
Albert didn't recognize the voice, but the so-called nephew said it's because he got a broken nose in the crash and reassured Albert that he was indeed his 40-plus-year-old nephew. He had another request, not to tell his parents out of embarrassment. Then he transferred Albert to another scammer who pretended to be the local public defender. He asked Albert to send $6,500 in cash for bail.
He said, "You'll get that back. That's guaranteed. But you have to go to the ATM machine right now."
So Albert went to the bank and withdrew the money.
It was so thick, 2 inches thick, the $100 bills.
Then the scammers had him drive to a specific ATM inside a grocery store and deposit the money into an ATM. Luckily for Albert, a security guard and a bank teller noticed something amiss. They tried to stop him, but Albert was instructed by the scammers not to reveal what was going on and proceed to deposit the money into the scammer's account. The next day, the man pretending to be the public defender called Albert back. He claimed the pregnant woman's baby died in the crash and that there was going to be a settlement. He told Albert they needed another $5,000. Albert went back to the same ATM and once again deposited the money. This time, though, it was a weekend, so no one was there monitoring the transaction. Then the scammer called again and demanded more money, $16,000. Albert didn't have the cash.
He got in an argument with me, and he said, "I need that money." He said to me, "Just tell my parents I love you and that I'm going to kill myself."
After a few agonizing days, Albert picked up the phone and dialed his nephew directly. That's when he found out the whole situation had been a hoax. He returned to the grocery store ATM, and to his surprise, he learned the bank had stopped his first transaction because they knew something was wrong.
I'm very happy. I was ecstatic that I could get $6,500 back. So $5,000, I'll make up another time. Because they were so kind to me and everything, I opened up an account with them. I mean, it was just really, really nice.
Albert is sharing this very traumatic story because he wants you to know about the warning signs. On caller ID, he noticed the number had a Las Vegas area code, and that is not where his nephew lives. That's a red flag. He also didn't try to reach out to his nephew directly at first because he thought he was in jail. That is what the scammer wants you to think. So go ahead and reach out to your loved one directly using their actual number. And finally, do not lie to your bank about why you're withdrawing or depositing money. If a bank official is asking questions and even trying to intervene, it's because they're suspicious and you need to take those concerns seriously.